Welcome to Inside the Set with Set Decor. Inside the Set is a series that focuses on the design and decor of stories that excite us and ignite our imaginations, where we get to discuss the collaborations between production designers and set decorators, and hear firsthand accounts of how those works of art came to be, from their inception to ideas on the page through completion, where we sit in the dark and experience them collectively.
Welcome to Inside the Set with Set Decor. I'm David Smith SDSA, and today I'm pleased to welcome set decorator Ussal Smithers and production designer Victor Molero to discuss their creative collaboration on the exquisite limited series A Gentleman in Moscow, based on the novel by Amor Towles, streaming on Paramount Plus. Ussal and Victor, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to talk about this, and I have so many questions. Tell me, how did this project come your way?
We had a great experience to work together before.
Yeah.
And when the project came to me, if I can say I'm completely honest, to say that I suddenly thought about to share this project with Ussal. I don't know, maybe for the way that we face the color, the texture, the fabric, everything we really enjoyed to do that. And this project gave us a way to do that, to be very bold with many different things. And we love to do period stuff,
Yeah.
of course. And it came because my agent Sylvia Jaguno told me about the project. I never heard about the book. And it's funny because when I share with friends, many friends knew the book. And it was like, oh, great, that might be really good. When I read the book, I totally fell in love with the story.
I'm a very slow reader of scripts because I have to pause a lot and dream like, oh, how would that look like? I just read it in an hour. I was like to Victor, I was like telling him, we must get this.
Well, congratulations. I'm glad you did. I knew the book. I found the book early on, and I loved the book. But I also think if you read the novel, it's a little daunting to think, oh my God, I know it's an enclosed set for the most part, but boy, there's a lot that is riding on those interiors to tell that story. Knowing that the story is set in the hotel, it's great that you got to build it because, of course, it gives everybody more freedom and it's easier to work with and all of that. When you start this whole process, did you have all 8 episodes? And did you know the spaces that you were going to use totally?
I think we started with 5 or 6, and we knew that the main thing was the lobby and the kitchen, the roof, and the attic for the Count.
Obviously, you had multiple stages.
We have only 2 and a back lot. This was huge. This was a bigger one. Of course, we did here the lobby and the piazza, the restaurant, and the 2 suites, the Imperial suite and the Art Nouveau suite. But we were in Manchester, located, and we had our office in the same studio. So it was like our home for almost a year. Or
9 months, I think. Yeah.
9 months.
Yeah.
That was home.
Let's talk a little bit about the lobby. What I was really quite impressed with, it makes a huge statement. And then in the middle of this gorgeous floor, you've got this incredible bench, banquette, poof, whatever you call it.
This is Victor's train station bench. And I was like, this is going to get us into trouble. They're going to ask us to move this all the time.
No, it's came to me the idea to put that bench in the middle of the lobby. When you are designing, you need to add this kind of layers to the story that tell more about the character. A lobby is like a station, and the people go in and out and waiting for something, for the train, for someone. And that's why for me it was a nice way to tell that this man was waiting to know what happened with his life, waiting in that bench. And I think that there are several moments that we see the Count waiting for something in that bench. We have many conversations about the bench.
Yeah, the hard surface, I think, is quite, it worked with his story in this, his life. From being a Count, he's been imprisoned in this hotel.
And was possible to remove it. Even remember that we put here wheels.
Yeah.
But we never remove it. That's the funny thing.
Really? You never went to?
No,
really?
never. We never been asked to remove it.
Directors really liked the idea. They were
Yeah.
happy with it.
And they use it a lot. So if you see the series, the whole series, there are many nice moments where the Count is there waiting, and it was really a joy to see that they use it a lot.
And I know that when you got a project like this, it's so important to have everybody on board, and I know that the excitement must be there about getting really to show off their skills, the skills of everybody involved, because the wood graining is incredible on the show.
Yeah, we have really amazing skilled people. Everything was handcraft, and we, and it was really tight because as the book is full of details, and we wanted to be in that way, being faithful for the book.
Did you shoot this in order?
No.
No. Okay. So on day one, how many sets did you have to have ready, or the first week?
The first week that we started was with the attic. You remember?
Yeah.
That was the attic a week, and that was in a different studio, smaller one. And we created the attic room, the entrance of the attic room that was connected to a location in Liverpool. In the attic was as well the secret room.
The secret room
he found. For us, was very special room to design and to dress and to do the set deck, because that kind of room that the Count find, and he starting felt that is his space. It's the place that he put all his own properties that he had before.
Yeah, that he takes from his family estate, which all these valuables have been stored somewhere in the hotel. Just only a few things that he's taken out on after a fire. So it's like a special area, secret world that he creates himself that keeps him going, really.
So you built a space for the Imperial Suite. Did that also then become Anna's suite as well, or were they two separate places?
It was too different. The real Metropol Hotel, we read it and we doing the research. Do you remember the amount of bedrooms, rooms?
Oh yeah, the real hotel has like 500 hotel. I mean, I can't remember the exact number now, but very impressive. Hotel suites of like different themes.
We get this kind of bold decision to say the Imperial room going to be one of the main rooms for the Count, and the other room will be like the Art Nouveau room.
Because within the time, how much we can build. Obviously, we built the Imperial room. So first the Count is in this room, and then when Anna arrives, she also stays in this room. And then as her career goes down a little bit, she moves on to a lesser expansive, lesser grade room.
One thing that we did with the corridor, of course, we built only one corridor, but we had this idea to change the number of the rooms. That was an easy one. But one of the statement that we tried to fill that wasn't different floor is we design and we built and we the carpet, and we change for every floor, we change the carpet to have
the color, like we just played with the colors to make it look
different
floors. Yeah.
Was it a T-shaped corridor, or was it a U, or did you just do a straight?
It was a small U with a straight round corridor. Yeah.
Right, so that they could do a nice walk and talk and take turns. So when you're doing something this big, where did you begin on this? Because there's a ton of lighting fixtures. There's a lot of furniture.
We're creating something that's going to stay there from 1918 till 1950s, and the reality of our filming and all of that. We looked at the real hotel where Amor, based this from the Metropol Hotel, where that was very influenced from Nouveau, which worked for us because that's quite like classic. It's a bit earlier. We've taken that, and then I chose classics, like things that from 20s that would absolutely fine for 1930s. The bar chairs and the lighting from Europe and Czech Republic and Berlin. We're trying to keep that part like quite close to Moscow, what they would think high class is. And yes, the lighting, all the lighting of the hotel had to be made. Like some antiques, obviously, I purchased, but the wall lights, the lights that are in like runs of, we copied them from originals. Like the table lamps in the piazza, they've all been produced to like, that would be like one original from the period that we made 20 of. These chairs, it's very difficult to find a big collection where you have like 50, 60 of them. They're called Long Johns. The whole setback department were searching for them. They were chair by chair. We collected them from Europe. I guess with Victor, the idea was that the hotel doesn't really, if you're in an international hotel like this, and during this kind of time periods where you start with the Bolshevik Revolution and then you got your World War I, World War II, things do change, but not a lot. We create the world of the hotel.
And I think it was really nice that the one that is changing is the character. The hotel is like his companion to the character, to the Count. I think we changed things. Yeah, Ussal changed lamps, and even we took some bold decision about color. And with the lamp, with the props like telephone, radios, these kind of things.
It's always about budget and how much money you have, and unfortunately, we all know that there's never enough. And if it's where the decimal point is, and one more zero would be great. Is there anything that you felt like you could have done better with more money, or does it like always somehow things present themselves at a price we can sort of afford?
You remember with the Boyarsky, there was the second restaurant where they can and working in that restaurant.
Yeah.
We couldn't have the money to build it and to have another studio. And it was very tight. We didn't know how to solve it, and we started to look for a location to try to solve it. And of course, with a lot of work, so we found in Halifax, that was the town hall, this central area. We changed the floor, we put the door of the hotel, we built with all the paneling, we changed the paneling and everything, and at the end was good. And with the color, one of the things that was really important for us to treat the color in a way that's more kind of Russian taste, that is not the same. That every culture have a different approach to color, and that's why we took such a kind of bold decision about the color.
It worked, but I mean, because it's location, obviously you can't get the days, like the amount of time that you want to film.
The place that you need to decide how to solve problems that always happen.
Were the chairs in that restaurant then rented, or did you buy those as well?
Yeah, I got them made. To find that amount of chairs, we're just always trying to find what is the cheapest, what is the most doable. So that they had to be made abroad and sent, and then we upholstered them everything in the UK.
The staircase that you shot that on location somewhere?
It was a location in a building in Liverpool, and it's funny because when I read the script, it came to me this location that when I saw it 4 years ago in this show that we did in Liverpool, I was completely amazed because the location is amazing. As you can see, really, it's very dramatic space. So when I saw it, I said, I really want to shoot this, but we never did it. And when I read the script, it came to my mind this location. And I said, that would be great to have that kind of feeling that the Count when go to the attic. For me, the attic was like a tower. I always say that for me, it's like the Merlin wizard, that he has this kind of tower and very top area. And that's why for me it was very important to have that feeling that you need to climb to go there, because like his prison in a way.
Tell me a little bit more about Anna's suite.
This basically becomes their home, really. Count and Anna's home in the hotel.
The number of dishes, the flatware, the tablecloths, the napkins. I mean, is it daunting at some point, or is it something that you cherish?
Oh, we do search for it, but we love it. I mean, it's just such a good kick.
What was your favorite set, Ussal?
Ooh,
Good question.
good question. I really enjoyed them all, I think.
And Victor, do you have a favorite?
The roof was for me I really enjoy it, to do it, and it did it really fast. It's true that the lobby I did really fast as well because we couldn't have enough time, but I think the roof was very special to me. I don't know why, because I would never face to do a roof in that way. It was in a back lot, and I really enjoyed to do the roof. Yeah, but it's true that, as she said, it was a privilege and an amazing thing to design. So we really enjoy it.
This is obviously, a set that has some extensions, and you shot with blue screen or green screen. The painting on this is just phenomenal. The scenic work is incredible.
Yeah, we have many different scenic painter. Everyone was amazing, and it was, as a designer, always for me, scenic painter is a key thing, because it's and I like to work a lot with them, trying to get the best texture, colors, and I think it's a key thing to have in the design. So we were very lucky to have amazing, talented people.
You manufactured a fair amount of carpeting as well?
Yeah, graphics. Yeah.
Graphically? Was it woven, or was it painted or printed, or?
Oh, it's all been printed.
All right. So if you didn't have anything that was a favorite, is there anything that stood out to you that was really like, well, this was really incredible to work on, or I found this and I never thought that would happen, or this small piece of something that you never thought would be important becomes your favorite part of the show?
I went out for 5 days to Europe, just driving to antique dealers. This is something that I've done previously as well. So it's a really rushed process. So we bought everything, and it was absolutely amazing. We used everything in this hotel. Everything had its space, and there was one bedside cabinet that is in all brass doors. It was bought from Czech Republic, and I was a bit upset that I couldn't. In my dreams, I was going to find the pair, and I was going to use it in one of these rooms that it ended up being cut anyway. I loved it when it showed up, and we dressed it in the bathroom in the Imperial Hotel suite. I didn't see that as a bathroom piece of furniture, but it worked so well. So I remember that very clearly. That was really good. It's lovely that how things find their space, quite magically, really, within the process.
Victor, did you have any input into what the visual effects were for the show? Were you working on those as well?
Yes, it's something that I try to have always. I think that's really, really important. We work with a company from London, from here, called Rubble. They were really nice, and it was very easy. They always asked for my design for the concepts, and in this case, for example, I designed the whole facade of the hotel, of the real Metropol. We get the references, the real one, but we were not allowed to use that one. So I redesigned the whole facade, and we did a concept, and they used that design to recreate the whole building.
And did you say that you actually did more exterior, or was this the extent of the exterior that you built?
When he's coming back from the Red Square,
yes.
The beginning, we shoot in Bolton, because the theater, the Bolshoi, it's really important in the book. When he's coming from the Red Square to the hotel, he goes through the Bolshoi theater that he can see from the suite, from the 317 suite, the Imperial suite. So it was very important to have that building in the show, and we found this building in the middle of Bolton, and it was closer in an architectural way to the Bolshoi, and we recreate and we redesign in visual effects that building and even the square in front of the hotel. It was like a mix between location, visual effects, things that we redesign.
Have either of you ever been to Russia?
Never. We did a lot of research, and we never stopped that research, trying to understand the culture and to, I think one of the main things for us, for example, was the color, as I said, and the scale of, because the feeling of the scale in Europe is completely different than in your country or in Russia, because you have a lot of extension land that we don't have in London or Paris or Madrid, so it's just like, we wanted to have that feeling that we were really in Russia.
And did either of you go back to the novel at all while you were working, or did you just take the script and decide that was your world?
She was the more doing that. She was all the time in the book. I remember perfectly. I read it only one time, but she was very keen in the book. I think one of the best days that we had, it was when Amor Towles came to visit us.
Came to the set.
And we spent time with him, and that was very, very, very nice.
Yeah, it was lovely to see him, that he's loving the hotel and everything we've done.
His reaction was a very special moment for us.
Just by numbers, how many sets did you build on stage? Do you have any idea?
So the 2 suites, the corridor, the lobby, the piazza restaurant, the attic, the secret room, the facade, the roof. 9 sets. The lobby is not only a set on itself, it have many, the mezzanine, the barber shop, the reception, the Shalapin bar.
Yeah.
It was like not only to design one set, it was to design many different areas, the 2 different lifts that we forget.
2 different lifts.
We did one in the central area of the lobby, that is after that stairs, and we create another lift in the corridor that was used for different scenes.
Is this plastic and painted, and is it really curved, or is it all an illusion?
The one in the middle was painted and real glass. This one, no, because it was for the weight, it will be too much to do it. So we designed it, graphic department designed it, and we printed, and we give a kind of layer of painting to try to create the texture, and of course graphic department work with the file, trying to give a kind of texture to look like a stained glass, a proper stained glass. But no, it wasn't glass. It was too even too heavy to do that in a way.
And so going back to your light fixtures very briefly, did you incorporate any LED lighting specifically?
Yes.
Yes.
We had an LED supervisor for the big chandeliers. That's what our DOP, they wanted that.
So in your working relationship, I'm sure ideas come back and forth, and ultimately you never know where the idea came from. Like, Ussal, can you suggest to him, like, wouldn't it be great if this would be this color as opposed to that color?
We bounce from each other's ideas, really. Like Victor would have a very strong idea about something, and then I would as well. You just need that second opinion. It's really nice.
That's completely, and I think that's it for me, and I think for her it's very important to share that kind of, because I think I admire her a lot in a way. It's true.
I do, you too.
No,
he designed this hotel in 8 days.
Wow.
That when he signed,
not only me, with her, of course, with many amazing people.
Core ideas of it, like the set,
Sure.
the story, like this. So I was like, remember our first conversation, and he was having so many meetings. He was having meetings with like execs, like 30 people, whatever, just selling his idea. And I was like, oh my God, it's just, I don't know when he can think.
It was very challenging, but we did it. But I think that it's really important for us to feel that I trust completely in her opinion. And sometimes when you are focused on something, someone needs to arrive and to convince you that that's not the right way to go. I think it's clever You understand that you don't have only the one view of things, can be many different. So, so in that way, I think both of us, we like to be collaborative and to help in different ways.
The detail is so incredible on this show. Thank you very much for joining me. And I really want to congratulate you on this incredible world that you created. And it tells a story really beautifully visually. And that is, after all, what we all aim to do.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
It was a real pleasure.
Thanks for joining us for this episode of Inside the Set with Set Decor. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and visit our website, setdecor.com.